Good evening. What is going on? It is 6:15 UK time. We are 1 hour from the deadline. A deadline which I thought was 5 o'clock until about a few hours ago when I did the Team News live stream with Neil. I just can't keep up with these FPL deadlines, changing all over the place. On Saturday it's 4:30. Then we've got the final game of the season, like 8 days later, the next deadline. Very weird, but who cares about that? Right now, we are looking at Gameweek 36 plus. Lots to talk about. This is going to be the longest deadline stream I've done for a while. A full hour before we start, or before the deadline goes. I've still got 2 free transfers. I kind of know what I'm doing, and to be honest, sometimes I hate doing deadline streams when I've not done my transfers, or especially when I'm definitely making transfers, because I go all over the place. I start thinking, like everyone does close to the deadline. The closer you get to the deadline, you start thinking about all these things. Sometimes players you've not even given one bit of consideration to all week. And then suddenly it's a case of, do you know what, actually, maybe I should captain Olivier Giroud. Maybe I should get in David Silva and Sterling for a hit. All these things that you kind of just, you start to worry about. So I do sometimes hate doing deadline streams when I got transfers, but I have 2. I'm probably just going to use 1. We'll see what happens when the Chelsea lineup gets announced, which I'm sure it will probably early. And if I see Pulisic in there, that could be a tempter. You've never been more stressed about a deadline. You're on free hit. I don't know. I've seen a few free hit teams. I feel like it's fairly. I know what I would do. Let's just say that. I think I'll go Jesus, probably Danny Ings, Fernandes, Sterling, another Man City midfielder, probably Silva or Foden, probably Pulisic, Antonio, defense of Wan-Bissaka, Digne, maybe Trent. Job done. Maybe Alonso. Job done. Easy. But it's very easy to say that when you don't have your free hit. Nihao, thanks very much. Vardy to Jesus and Saka to Foden for a hit. I don't know about for a hit, but I like one of those. Like Vardy to Jesus is a good move, I think. Do you have to do Saka to Foden? Will that pay off in the long run? How many minutes will Foden get? I don't mind it as a hit, especially if they absolutely annihilate Bournemouth. But I definitely like doing one of those for sure. And I don't think Vardy to Jesus actually saves you much money, so it sounds like that's not a money-making scheme. So I think Vardy to Jesus is a good move, personally. My missus has done that. She thinks I was playing mind games with her. Probably because as soon as she did the move, I was like, I shouldn't have done that. But I was just winding her up. Don't worry. Don't worry, people that have done Vardy to Jesus. I was just winding her up. You're bringing in Lucas Digne for Robertson. But would you bring in Foden or Pulisic for Grealish? I just think Man City mids, you're getting them for the next 3. I think Pulisic, you're getting them for the next 1. Like, I really think Liverpool pretty much play maybe not the 3 in midfield, but the front 3 in the back 4 plus Alisson. I think it'll be pretty steady the next 2 fixtures. They've had a long break. They got a full week until game week 37. Arsenal and Chelsea both play in the FA Cup. Obviously, Arsenal before game week 37. Chelsea kind of, you know what I mean. They're playing Arsenal or playing Liverpool before their FA Cup. And then Liverpool play Chelsea after Chelsea have played the FA Cup. And I think Liverpool are going to put out 2 really strong 11s. I don't think we'll see too much rotation from the start. We might see players come off. But that's just a long way of saying, people saying that Pulisic game against Liverpool, there could be goals in it. You're right, but I still think it would be very tricky. I wouldn't expect to see too many points. So I feel like Pulisic's a 1-week punt. Not saying that's a bad thing, and I'm not saying he can't score points after that. But I would just think about that when you think about other transfers you might want to do. I still might bring him in. I've not completely ruled it out. Let's bring the team up. Ta-da! Matthew Chan. Why can I see that on stream, but I can't see it on my other chat screen? Oh, my other chat might be busted. Yeah, there's no chats coming through. Hang on a sec. I always open the chat from the actual stream itself, so I can have it in a separate window. But for some reason it's not working, so you're going to have... Oh, God. We're having a nightmare here. The internet's just going nuts. Hang on a sec. Let me bring up the chat in the other window. Okay. Sorry. Technical difficulties. Absolute nightmare. Good job we got an hour. Matthew Chan, thanks very much. 750k Game Week 30 to 85k in Game Week 35. That is huge. Well done. Bruno Omar is out for a -8. Are you telling me that's what you've done, or are you asking me? Because that seems crazy, but I won't talk you out of it. But that does seem crazy. Might get Loftus-Cheek if he starts. It's all or nothing this week. I don't know if it is all or nothing. The 2 weeks where I've got green arrows is where I've done nothing but... Like, okay, fair enough. I got Martial for his 20-pointer and Antonio for his 20-pointer. Very lucky. But I feel like I didn't do anything crazy the weeks where I actually got big green arrows. So that's why I'm kind of thinking, chill. Like, I'm not happy with 161k rank. Is this the week to go nuts? Is this the week to take like a hit to bring in Sterling? Should I do De Bruyne to Sterling? I don't know. What's the plan if the team is leaked by a reliable source and Pulisic isn't starting? I mean, for me, I don't feel like I need Pulisic anyway. Like if I get him in, it's for Antonio who's got a good fixture or Mahrez who's got a good fixture. So I'm not really. I'd actually quite like it if he's benched because that means people will be put off getting him and I won't have to think about it. For what it's worth, I know we don't have the team news yet. There's no way he gets benched. No, I'll bet money on him starting. It's going to be a pretty strong Chelsea. They need the win. Job done. Oscar, thanks very much. Kane, Son and Foden to Ings, Sterling and Antonio. I don't know how much of a hit that is for, but those 3 players you're getting in sound better than the 3 you're getting rid of. Obviously, getting rid of Foden for Sterling, that might hurt, but because I'm pretty sure Foden's going to start. But the 3 players you're getting in sound better. Just remember, for anyone that's looking to bring in Antonio, I'm not saying it's a bad option. I'm still happy to play him this week. It's going to be a long wait till Friday, especially if Pulisic scores a brace or a hat-trick tonight. But he plays Man United away next. Who gets benched for Man United? So, I was saying this on the team news stream earlier. I'd be very surprised if Solskjaer doesn't make some changes soon. Pogba was sloppy last night. Fernandes looked tired. Greenwood didn't look great either. They need a rest. Like, they're just being run into the ground at the moment. Now, I am not scaremongering people and saying that's going to happen against Crystal Palace. They may just start the same team again, and it may happen in the FA Cup. Although that's important, it'd be nice to get through to the final. The top 4 is so important that they may go kind of full strength up against Palace, really heavily manage the minutes, just try and get the win early, then manage the minutes, and then see some rotation for the FA Cup, because he made lots of changes for the quarterfinal. Granted, that was against Norwich, not against Chelsea, so it is a bit of a different match with Chelsea, but I just think Greenwood to Daniel James for one of the matches just kind of makes sense, and it probably makes more sense for the Chelsea game, even though it'd be great to play Greenwood every game. It's just not going to happen, is it? I think they're looking tired. Lampard's spoken about the same thing with Chelsea. So we might see some rotation with Chelsea at some point. Again, I don't think it's going to be Pulisic though. Personally, would I triple captain? Who would I triple captain this week? Thanks very much, Tom. Bruno, Sterling, Rashford, or Willian? Oof, that's tough. I mean, if the matches weren't so close together and we had like a week rest, I'd probably just go Bruno. I think the one with the biggest upside there. I mean, maybe Willian. I don't know if I would trust him enough to triple captain him, though. The one with the biggest upside feels like Sterling, but it is a big bet on whether he's going to start or not. If you think he's going to start, or he's going to score enough off the bench, I would go Sterling. If not, I'd probably go Bruno still over Rashford, just about. By the way, I can't. Maybe people are talking about it and I've missed it because the chat's a bit nuts. In fact, I need to put slow mode on. Oh, slow mode's already on. Maybe I'll up the time in between messages a sec. There's already a crazy amount of people watching. What was I going to say? Yeah, I can't believe no one's really seen that my captain is currently on Jesus, not Bruno Fernandes. Whether or not I change that, I might. But we shall see. Samson, thanks very much. Ings in for a hit, or just start one of Egan, Calvert-Lewin. I would probably just start Calvert-Lewin, then bring in Ings for a hit. I'm gonna probably bring in Ings this week, but I don't know if I would do it for a hit. Like next week against Bournemouth is probably a little bit better. I should say, by the way, for anyone that's doing a super chat, like, it's really appreciated, and I will answer all of them as best as I can. Like if you ask me who I'm captaining, it's on the screen. Like if you ask me who's the captain between Jesus and Fernandes, I'm kind of answering that on the screen. Hart says Salah, but Head says Bruno for captain. I mean, Salah's got a long rest period. He's playing Arsenal. The thing, I said this on the preview earlier with Arsenal. Defensively, they have been better since restart and since kind of Arteta took over. But they still have defenders that would just worry me on their day. Liverpool get an early goal. It's just going to be a demolition job, I think. So I think they're both good options. The thing with Bruno is whether he looked tired or not in the last game, He's definitely going to play. He's definitely going to play. You're surprised that Martial is not higher on my captaincy? Yeah, I mean, for whatever reason, his scores have been much better at home than they have been away. I don't really necessarily think that matters, but I might captain him against West Ham, because I think this week, I think Bournemouth and Norwich, they feel like times just to go for Man City, and then captain Martial against West Ham, job done. Or maybe captain Chris Wood against Norwich, I don't know. Ni hao, I really dropped this week. No Martial, no Sterling. I mean, to be fair, Martial would have hurt you a bit. Sterling wouldn't have made you drop too much in rank, to be honest, because Sterling and Antonio weren't that high owned. So they would have made you go down a little bit. But that's about it. Only a little bit. They wouldn't have gone down that much. You went risky and went for Pulisic instead of Fernandes for captain. Is it worth it? Sure, like, why not? He's playing Norwich. Like, there's not risk. I mean, if you think it's a risky pick, then that's almost you telling me you don't think they're going to get points. Do you think Pulisic's going to score points against Norwich? If so, it's probably a good captain. What was I saying about the super chats? Oh yeah, I will answer all of them to the best of my ability. Obviously, there's some stuff I won't be able to answer, but or be 100% sure on, i.e. the Man City lineup. But if anyone asks a question, I answer it, and then you ask a follow up without a super chat, I will try and find it, but it's so difficult when the chat's going like this. So if you ask a follow-up, I can just apologise that I won't be able to see it a lot of the time, because they're going through, the messages are coming through like crazy. Yeah, make sure to give the stream a like if you haven't already. There's nearly 3,000 people watching. Let's get up to like 1,000 likes by the end of this stream. Be much appreciated. It really helps out the channel. And I'll do a quick shout out while we're here, while we're at the start and while I remember. Quick Patreon shout out. Thanks to all the producers who are on screen now. If you want to check it out, the Slack chat is buzzing. Loads of, my God, I can't speak. Really good community there. And thanks very much to, it's not Dylan. It's not Dylan who's new. Oh, it's David. I'm so sorry. I put the name wrong. I copied it and meant to change the name and I didn't. I'll shout you out next time, David. Thanks very much for signing up, though. What an idiot. I am, not you, David. Martin, thanks very much. Pulisic, Fernandes, Jesus, or De Bruyne for captain. So my least favourite is De Bruyne. I feel like Jesus has got a slightly better chance of starting, but it's just a gut feeling. I mean, Pulisic's playing Norwich, so if you've got him, I'd look at him maybe for captain. Pulisic, then Jesus, then Fernandes, then De Bruyne, something like that. But I'll be honest, I might flip-flop on Pulisic. I might bring him in and still not captain him. I just don't know if I'm that confident in a massive return. I almost just want to get him so that I can watch the game tonight without bloody worrying about it. Salah to Sterling for a -4. I probably wouldn't do that. If you really think Sterling's going to score way more and is going to start against Bournemouth, and especially if you're going to captain him, then go for it. But I think Salah looks quite good for the next kind of 3 weeks. Foden for captain, thanks very much. Is that a Maverick call? It's a massive... I think it is a Maverick call. Like, a few people will do it, but not a huge amount. Like, he's probably going to start, so some people will say it's not Maverick because you know he's going to start, but... I don't know. Not many people are going to have Foden captain, so definitely Maverick. If there's early team news and Pulisic is benched, who should I captain out of De Bruyne, Fernandes, Sterling, or Martial? I mean, who do you think is going to score the most points? Werner or Aubameyang? I don't know. We'll have to see what the fixtures are like. Never confirm someone in your team before FPL opens and before the fixtures are come through. Because prices, everyone says they're going to have, I'm going to have this player, this player, this player, and this player in my Game Week 1 team. Then the prices come, and then the fixtures come, or the other way around. The fixtures come, then the prices come. And suddenly you're like, oh, actually, I don't want to pay that much. Oh, look at this bargain from like Leeds United or whoever it might be. Free hit this week or save for the last? Oh, this question's been asked so much and talked about so much this week. One of the Az kind of made a good point on the Scoutcast yesterday that if you use it this week... Let's say there's a player you want to bring in like Jesus and you use a free hit. Of course you can get Jesus. You still then got to make your transfer next week. So it's almost like you're behind, kind of. So you still got to make that transfer next week, even though there might be something else you want to do as well, which if you do it on the last game week, you don't have that worry. If you've got 2 free transfers, I definitely wouldn't use it this week. I think you're probably best just to use the free transfers unless your team is in dire straits. And just remember that most of the players you want on a free hit, maybe not Chelsea players, but a lot of the other players you're going to want for the rest of the season anyway. So I don't know. I kind of like the last game week. Hopefully get a bit of team news. Get a bit of, managers saying, I'm going to play X player. I'm going to give time to this player. I don't know. It depends what your team's looking like now. I think this week's good, but I wouldn't mind saving it to the last week either. Have Salah, Fernandez, Dilver, Sterling. Oh, there's lots of short-handed talk there. Willian, I guess, on free hit. Is that good? Yes, although without seeing the rest of the teams, I feel like Salah would hurt that team a bit. I feel like if you're free hitting, you probably leave Salah out. And obviously, if you think he's going to do super well and you're happy with the rest of the team, then go for it. But I don't know. I feel like Salah, when I'm thinking about who I would have in my team, I feel like I probably wouldn't have enough money for Salah. Jesus to Jimenez for a -4. I'm guessing you mean the other way around. I'm not sure I would take out Jimenez for a -4, but I mean, Jesus is a great option for the rest of the season. Summer, thanks very much. Nitin is that? Thanks very much as well. Is there any chance Aurier will play? Yeah, obviously, really sad news about Aurier. Kind of thoughts go out to him and the family. Who knows? Apparently, Mourinho said something like they're going to leave it up to him. We're not going to find out. Like my gut feeling would be no because of what happened, but you just don't know, do you? So we'll have to wait and see. Triple captain on Pulisic or Sterling. I mean, you're going to get the Pulisic. The thing is, like, what type of manager are you? Are you willing to risk that Sterling starts? Are you confident Sterling starts? Because if you are, I would back Sterling against Bournemouth over Pulisic against Norwich for a haul. If you're too worried about Sterling starting, just go Pulisic. Did you see my email about Man United versus Leicester draw? Discuss. I haven't yet, no, but I'll try and have a look after this stream. Man United versus Leicester. That's the last day of the season. Who to bench? Vardy, Ings, Rashford, Antonio, Pulisic. Oh, this is... Honestly, I think, right, you don't want to... For me, if I had those players, I wouldn't bench Pulisic, Antonio or Rashford. So that leaves Vardy and Ings. Now, Ings has been very good away from home, as of Southampton. But Vardy's playing a really good Sheffield United side. So I genuinely think, one, I would hate to have that benching option myself. And two, I'd probably bench Vardy out of those. Rami, thanks very much. I'm guessing you meant to put a message in. I'll try and look out for it, but it's crazy in here. Cruising Salah to Antonio. No, I probably wouldn't, to be honest. Antonio plays Man United away next. Unless you need that for money move. Double Liverpool defence. Van Dijk and Trent with Sice third defence. No backup with Aurier probably out. And Robinson bench fodder. Could be an amazing differential or utter fail. I mean, Van Dijk and Trent and Sice are all going to start, I would say. So I think you'll be alright. Obviously, it's Arsenal, so they could get something. But I think we're going to see a strong 11 from Liverpool, so hopefully you're okay. William Jones, hope you're okay. I am okay. I hope you are too. Bench Vardy or Mason? Mason Greenwood, yeah. Oh, I do think Greenwood gets a rest in the next 2 games. And by 2 games, I mean, like I said, I mean Palace or Chelsea in the FA Cup. I got a feeling it would more likely be Chelsea. But then if you look that tired, maybe he just gets a rest in the next one. In that scenario, I'm not so sure about benching Vardy. Let me just say that. I'd probably bench Greenwood, but I wouldn't be happy about it. All these people with 8 good attackers. This is why I hate it. Like, you shouldn't hate it. It should be good that you've got these options. But sometimes I just think there's enough headache in FPL to give yourself another one. Which is why I've actually got Nketiah. Nketiah can play the next game against Aston Villa. So I've got him, but I don't think I'm going to play him. He's just going to be on my bench. Punt on Alonso on free hit. I would only punt on Alonso if we get confirmation he's going to start. Otherwise, I would just go Azpilicueta because there's not a guarantee that Alonso plays. Like, yes, they were bad, but they were bad enough to put Alonso in, a guy that lost his place. I mean, Alonso's not a great defender, let's be honest. Tom, tasty looking numbers, thanks very much. There's a lot of people looking for that last minute advice. I mean, everyone, like I was saying on Twitter earlier, no one needs my advice. Everyone knows who's starting from Man City. Sort your bench out. Pierce, your dad, Nick Tanner's luck ran out. Hey, look, it happens to the best of us, you know. He was still number 1 for a while. That's all that matters. Sort your bench out. What's wrong with my bench? I mean, earlier on, I had Sice playing instead of Taylor. I've put Taylor in because he's at home. But I think I play Sice ahead of Egan. Sice against Chris Wood and J-Rod and Egan against Vardy. Leicester got a lot of issues, though. Sheffield United very good defensively. Maybe I should switch them around. I don't know. Summer, thanks very much. Captain Pulisic or Fernandez? I'm so confused. Go for a -4 for Pulisic, so I guess... Yeah, I mean, if you've taken a hit, I would maybe go for it. Don't feel like you have to. I mean, I don't know. It's easy for me to say because I don't own him. But if I had Pulisic, he's got to be one of the top options this week. Like, if you're not going to captain Pulisic against Norwich, you're never going to do it. And that's not to say you have to. Like, he's just a good option anyway. But maybe this is the week to go a bit different. But then again, Crystal Palace conceded so many goals. I still think Fernandes is a good option. But yeah, I'd probably go Pulisic. Oh, Egan can't score again. A -4 for Mahrez to Pulisic. I don't like it. I don't know. I find it really tough to say yes to that because there's no 100% guarantee that Mahrez gets benched. Everybody seems to think it's going to be Mahrez. I see why, because in terms of rest, Sterling had one before, so everyone's expecting Foden to come in on one of the wings, and then Mahrez or Sterling to play the other one, and everyone thinks it's going to be Sterling, not Mahrez. Fair enough, they could be right. But what if he comes off the bench and does what Sterling did, gets a double-figure haul? You've paid a -4 for Pulisic, and then you don't necessarily want Pulisic for the next week. I'm not trying to talk people out of Pulisic at all, because I do think like he's a good captaincy option, genuinely. But -4s to take out Mahrez, I'm not sure about that, to be honest. I might not even do that for free, let alone for a -4. It's Norwich; they don't need to defend. Yeah, I mean, look, I do wonder, would people be so up for Pulisic if Antonio hadn't scored 4? I wonder. I mean, Chelsea have got more, are going to spread the goals around a little bit more, you'd think. He's hauled off the bench before. Yeah, Mahrez has been unlucky the last couple of games not to get more as well. Cruzan, if you had a free hit, what's your 11? I mean, thinking about this really quickly, because I've not had my free hit, so I've not thought about it. I'd have to... I really need to think about it. Midfield, I think I'll go Sterling. David Silva. Would I go David Silva or Foden? Sterling or David Silva or Foden? Sterling and Foden, let's just say that. Fernandes, Antonio, Pulisic. That's my 5 midfielders. Jesus up front. That's my 3 Man City. Probably with Ings instead of Greenwood. And then the back line would be, I think, Wan-Bissaka, Alonso and Digne, maybe. Unless you wanted Trent, in which case put Trent in instead of Wan-Bissaka. And then in goal, I don't know, McCarthy or Pope, something like that. Without giving it too much thought. But again, it's very easy to just whip off a first 11 when you don't actually have to do the free hit. I'd probably still be worrying about it right now if I was free hitting. But something like that, I don't think it would be too much different to that. Jesus and Sterling as my main Man City men. Foden or David Silva to make sure I get one that I think is 100% going to start. And job done. Daniel, thanks very much. Getting rid of Robbo. You have Trent and Salah. Who to replace with? Why are you getting rid of him? Thinking of Mendy or Lucas Digne. I wouldn't get Mendy. I mean, did Mendy play the last game? Because Pep said like it could be 6 changes. 4 of them could be the back 4. Yeah, Mendy played the last game. He missed the 2 before that. Mendy's not. I'm not a fan of Mendy. I just think it's not a waste of a City slot, but you don't know if he's going to play every week. Maybe Azpilicueta, but bad fixtures for Chelsea. If you're going for fixtures purely, you go Lucas Digne. That's probably who I would go for. Azpilicueta looks good this week, but then Liverpool, Wolves, I wouldn't be so confident in that personally. On free hit, Martial or Fernandes. Fernandes seemed the obvious for the last game where he looked knackered. He did, and Martial's looked really hungry the last couple of games. What a goal, by the way, against Southampton. He should have scored the one where he did that massive run as well. He got a little bit lucky, I think, the defender didn't take it off him, but I'd probably still go Fernandes. The only thing that kind of not puts me off Fernandes, but which makes me like kind of think about it for a second, is Rashford might take the next penalty. And that could hurt Fernandes a little bit. You do wonder if Norwich will play better now they're free of the pressure of survival. Happens relatively frequently to teams. I did think of that as well. I said that on the team news stream earlier. I don't know, will they come out playing for contracts? Yeah, will the pressure be off? Will they come out playing for transfers? I mean, they're not just going to be able to suddenly flick a switch and be good, that's for sure. But you're right, maybe they'll pull something out of the bag. But that probably is a little bit of wishful thinking for non-Pulisic owners. I don't know. It's funny, actually. I was listening because someone said I didn't mention Antonio in my team selection last week, even though he was in my team. So I did mention him. And I was kind of saying, hopefully he gets something against Norwich because this is why I bought him in instead of Pulisic. He had Sheffield United. So obviously that worked out. But then I said, I'm thinking about doing Antonio to Pulisic in Gameweek 36. So I could still do that. Even though Pulisic has Liverpool away, Antonio has Man United away. Is that any better? But then for Antonio has Aston Villa at home last day of the season. Thoughts about getting Tammy or Giroud for Kane for a hit? I don't like it. If you think you're going to score more than 4 points, go for it. It is Norwich after all, but I don't know. Kane's not a great option, I get, but for a hit, it's a one-off. I don't know. Pope or Henderson, who to start? Leicester away or Wolves at home? I'll go Pope. Wolves at home. I know they did well against Everton, but they haven't been great before that. You know. Don't worry about the likes too much, by the way. Like, people will like the stream if they like it. Plus, I'll mention it a million times anyway, so we're all good. Let's have a look. Rashford doesn't take the penalties, who only took one because he never scored since the restart. We don't know that for sure. This is what I'm saying. It would have been nice for him to have had... It would have been nice for Man United to get another one. I mean, will we get another one before the end of the season? I don't know. We've already had enough, I'd say. I mean, everyone asking me who you should captain. Who do you think is going to score the most points? Put the captain on a player, and then... Like, I've put it on Jesus. I'm thinking it feels right, even though it could go massively wrong. I almost, like, stupidly don't like the fact that he scored 22 points in the last 2 weeks, because now I'm thinking he's due a blank. But that is proper gambler's fallacy talking. Just because it's keeping happening doesn't mean it's going to stop. I'm not playing Taylor versus Jimenez. I should just make the Jimenez to... Let me just make the Jimenez to Ings move. So I don't think I'm going to do anything more drastic than that. Let me put him in. So I got 10.3 in the bank. Danny Ings, he's coming back. I can't do without you any longer, Danny. Very short rest periods for Southampton, but I've heard nothing to say that Ings is going to get rested. In fact, Hasenhüttl said that he was going to play him every week. So I'm going to put him in, then people won't see. There you go. Jimenez gone. Ings is in. Does that look a bit better now? So I'm not playing Taylor against Jimenez. There you go. I think Jesus does make sense. I feel more swayed to De Bruyne. Yeah, I guess I've kind of told myself there's more chance of Jesus starting, but I could be absolutely wrong about that. But I still have one free transfer. I had Seiss in all day, by the way, and then I suddenly thought Taylor is the one at home. Maybe I should play him. Why not just do Nketiah to Ings? Because then I have 8 attackers. Who do I bench then? I bench Jimenez, but if I don't want to play him, I might as well just get rid of him. I don't like having 8 attackers. I'd rather keep the money in case I need it for a rainy day, you know? Captain Batshuayi. Chat's frozen. Not for me. It did do that for me earlier, though. Or is it? Are you saying it's frozen on... Oh, it's frozen on screen. Why does this keep happening? That's so frustrating. Oh, I can sort it. Hang on. Oh. Okay, it's just put the white one in instead. Nah, do you know what? I'll sort that. Hang on a second. Oh my god. I have to do this live on air. Do not swear. You're live on Channel 4. Half the people are not going to know what I'm on about. Summer, I'm going to get back to that in a second, but give me a minute. Do I think De Bruyne will play? Look, I'll give you my thoughts on Man City in just a sec after I do that super chat and get the chat back on the screen. Oh, now I've put it too big. I don't care. It's staying like that. I don't know why that's frozen. But you know what? Bad stuff happens sometimes. Okay. There we go. Oh, what just happened there? Anyway, it's done now. I have a bench boost on -4 for Fabianski. Is it a yes or no? I mean, who are you taking out? I mean, I'm not going to be able to see the answer. I know. A Fabianski for a -4 on a bench boost. I don't know. I don't know if I would do that. If you've not got a playing keeper, then I would do it. If you've not got a second playing keeper, if you've got a playing keeper, I would probably just play them. FIFA blogger, Grealish out to Foden or Martial. No hit. That is tough. Because I feel like Martial is the better option for the rest of the season. Foden could be better this week. And if he plays against Norwich as well, that could be huge, but obviously no guarantee. I know Martial's in such good form and he's going to start every game. I'm going to go Martial. I'm going to be decisive. Does anyone not like the background music? I mean, plenty of people don't like it, but you know what? I'll turn it down a bit, sorry. It's quite loud still. I mean, I can change it a bit, but there's only so much music I can actually play. Did I miss another one? Yeah, Grealish out for Foden. You want to exchange Giroud for Ings. You can't hand him back. It's not how this works. Giroud for Ings. I mean, wait for the lineup, right? Hope we get the lineup and go from there. Sure, it'll be good if we don't get team news next year. As much as I will use the team news if I get it, because everyone else is getting it as well. So why would I put myself in a worse position? But I just think it'd be nice to not get the team news. Just saying. Back to how it used to be. It just makes things too easy. Like, if we had no team news, you'd have to make that decision. Do I trust that Pulisic will start? It'll cause more pain, I guess. Either that or they should just change the deadline to half an hour later or half an hour before. George, Vardy to Jesus for a hit or just keep Vardy? I don't know about for a hit, but I would much rather have Jesus over the rest of the season. So if you think he's going to start, could he outscore Vardy by more than 4? Potentially. I don't know if I would do it for a hit, though. You're trying to get into the top 10k again this week. You're currently 11k. I mean, you're in a great position for it. Will we get Chelsea team news before the deadline? We might get it, yeah. Make sure, if you haven't already, make sure to give the stream a like. And if you are new around here, hit that notification bell, please. No, wait. Subscribe first and then hit that notification bell. So you know when all the other streams are going live and all the other content. There's going to be more content next week and the week after. And not the week after that, because the season will be ended and I'll be having a break. VTMPI Soccer, thanks very much. Again, you might have been trying to... write a message, in which case the message hasn't come through, so I'll try and look out for it, but it's a nightmare. There is so many messages coming through. Mahrez to Antonio for a -4. Nah, there's not many like the only player I think I would say Mahrez for a hit this week is Sterling. If you're absolutely sure Sterling starts and Mahrez doesn't, or maybe for Pulisic if you're going to captain them. Otherwise, like, people were on about taking Mahrez out last week and then he goes and gets points. I don't know. There's this thing about Mahrez, people don't seem to want to keep him, even though he seems to get quite good minutes in a team that scores lots of goals. Now, granted, since I've had him in, he's not really massively scored, but he's got a haul in him. We know that. I've made my transfer. I've done Jimenez to Danny Ings. That is my transfer. I don't think I'm going to make another one. A part of me is still thinking about doing Mahrez Silva, David Silva. So my prediction for Man City, and by the way, I have no info about Man City. This is purely a guess. I know no more than you. I think there is a chance. See, I said I was quietly confident about 2 of my players starting. I'm actually not so sure about that now. So I think Foden is going to take one of the wide positions. And I just think because Mahrez started a little bit more than Sterling recently, that Sterling is going to play. So I think there's a chance that Mahrez will be benched. So I think it'll be Foden, Jesus, Sterling front line. And then I think it's going to be someone like Fernandinho, Rodri or Gundogan. One of those 3. It doesn't really matter from an FPL point of view. Maybe Fernandinho. And then David Silva's going to play. So then there's one spot left. That could be Bernardo Silva. It could be De Bruyne. I don't know. I was quietly confident about 2 starts. Now I'm thinking there might only be 1. But I do think there is a chance that Mahrez is benched. So the question is, do I transfer him out? Do I do Mahrez? One thing, I'm not really considering Antonio out, to be honest. I might consider Mahrez to Pulisic if he starts. And I kind of want to see Giroud starting as well. I think that will help a bit too. And then maybe just reverse the transfer next week and just get Mahrez back. See who plays. See how many minutes are played for Bournemouth and see how many minutes are played against Arsenal. And then just go from there. So I'm considering that. But there is a chance, of course, that Mahrez starts and Sterling doesn't. We just don't know. It's impossible to know. I'm just giving an option. I didn't miss your super chat, but I didn't see the question because there was no question posted with it. So I don't know if you followed up. No question came through. I did see the super chat because I said thanks. Oh, here we go. I found your message. Have De Bruyne, Jesus and Pulisic, Mahrez to Willian based on the league, or Foden for a hit? Wait, why would Foden be a hit but Willian wouldn't be? Oh, again, even though I don't necessarily think Mahrez is going to start, I still don't necessarily think he's worth a hit. Because then you've got Pulisic and Willian, who then have Liverpool and Wolves the next 2 games. I personally wouldn't want that. But that is just me. That's just me. Don't. If you think that's wrong, don't listen to me. Honestly, Ni hao, don't overthink it. Thanks. I mean, you got to overthink it every now and again, right? The chat's bloody stopped again, hasn't it, on the screen? That's so annoying. Why is that happening? There's no easy way to fix it either every time. Maybe I'll just leave that one on for now. I know it doesn't look ideal. What if I make it a bit smaller? Yeah, maybe like that. It's hard, it's much harder to read though, isn't it? I do prefer the black. Do I really want to keep swapping this? Oh, he's doing me head in. Is it that one? Okay. Worked a bit easy that time. Don't know why that keeps happening. If it happens again, I might just leave it because it's annoying to keep changing it. It's not that annoying, but you know, it's just time. You don't want to keep seeing me do that. We're gonna win in 7-0. It's not even half time. Damn. It's not really dark. Okay, yeah, I suppose what I could... Yeah, basically the dark theme comes from the back end when I do a stream. But yeah, I could put YouTube to dark mode, I suppose. Whatever. Powles. Apologies if I messed the name up. Thanks very much for that. Jimenez or Vardy and Pulisic or Mahrez. I mean for this week only, Pulisic. For the rest of the season, Mahrez. For this week, probably Vardy. Vardy and Jimenez is both just horrible choices for this week, to be honest. Probably Vardy because he's at home, maybe. But yeah, not sure. Definitely Pulisic for this week, though. Pratic, thanks very much. There's been no team news as far as I know. If I see anything, I'll let you know. Wow, 7-0. Is that for like... I don't even know. What's that for? I don't know outside. For the championship. Oh, is that to get into the Premier? Is that a playoff or is that just a normal league game? I honestly don't know. That is crazy though. Chicken or beef? Chicken every day of the week. No doubt. Salah or Antonio on a free hit. Oh, I mean, if that is literally the choice, I might say Salah, but I do like Antonio this week. Can Man City beat Norwich by more than 7 goals by half time? I bloody hope so if I've captained one of their players. Imagine it's 7-0 at half time and your player hasn't got any returns. It's got like 1 assist. Oh, that'd be horrible. If Alonso starts and we know the team news, do you choose him over Azpilicueta every day of the week? Yes. Obviously, there's a chance Azpilicueta will beat him. And to be fair, Azpilicueta attack-wise done okay, but I don't know, I'd probably just take the risk and go Alonso. It's just more fun, isn't it? Matthew Dunn, thanks very much. De Gea or Kepa and Foden or David Silva. I mean, Foden and David Silva's pretty close. They've both racked up good scores since the restart. Maybe go David Silva just about, but I don't know, is Foden going to be a bit further forward? I don't really have a massive preference over those two. I would probably go David Silva. De Gea or Kepa. I mean, they've both got okay fixtures. I mean, you probably have to go Kepa, wouldn't you? Because it's Norwich at home. I think that's where I would go. Karen, thanks very much. De Bruyne, Mahrez to Foden for free, or De Bruyne, Mahrez and Jimenez to Pulisic and Jesus for a hit. If I sell De Bruyne over Mahrez, I can have Salah back for Gameweek 38. He's got Newcastle. You might want him back then. The thing is, I feel like if you're... I don't know, it might work this week. Like, Pulisic and Jesus is better than Jimenez plus one of those Man City players, I guess. But that's for a hit. Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, you get Foden in, it's fine for this week, but what about next week and what about the week after? Like, I much prefer having De Bruyne or Mahrez, I think. That being said, Foden has been a bit unlucky not to get more points. I don't know. That's really tricky. I prefer Pulisic and Jesus, but it's for a hit. But then they're playing Norwich and Bournemouth this week, so that could repay, to be honest. I don't know about selling De Bruyne over Mahrez, but if you're chasing rank, maybe that'll work because De Bruyne is very highly ranked. If you hope that he doesn't do very much compared to Mahrez, you could go up the ranks a bit. Where have I missed that? Pratik, thanks very much. You got rid of the message. Alfred, thanks very much. There's no message. Gorav, thanks very much. Jim, Jimenez and Salah out for Antonio and Jesus. Jimenez and Salah out for Antonio and Jesus -4. Jimenez out for Ings for free. If I got Ings... these questions are so hard to figure out on the fly and quickly. If I got Ings, it means no Jesus for the rest of the season. I have triple captain, which I want to use on City. There's plenty of City options, I suppose, for captaincy. It doesn't have to be Jesus. But again, you're taking out... I can't really say much about taking out Salah for a hit because I've just done it, haven't I? Jimenez and Salah out for Antonio and Jesus. For this week, that sounds good, but Antonio does play Man United away the week after. I'd maybe just go Jimenez out for free, especially if you can get another Man City player somewhere else. Is it worth benching De Bruyne for Van Dijk? I would say absolutely not, to be honest. Sure, if De Bruyne doesn't play, Van Dijk could get a clean sheet, but there's surely much more upside in De Bruyne coming on or starting and getting points over, especially on against Bournemouth. Rami, Saiss, Garcia, Egan for Aurier taking a hit. Is your team that bad? I'd probably go... Saiss has got next two are good. Egan's probably next three are okay. Who's Egan got? Let's have a look. Leicester, Everton, Southampton. There's Ings, Calvert-Lewin, Charlie. I'd probably go Saiss, just about, as long as you don't have to play them last day of the season when they play Chelsea, I think. Wait, where's my chat? Where is my chat gone? Okay, what else we got? What's the time, by the way? It's nearing time. If we're going to get any kind of info, it's coming now. Yeah. Powers, Aurier or Justin or Alonso for a hit. Alonso, honestly, I wouldn't get Alonso for a hit, I don't think. I'd just play Justin. Chelsea Twitter just posted a video of Alonso walking into the dressing room. Oh my god, into the dressing room. Who knows? Go out, captain, please. Sterling or De Bruyne? Sterling. If I had both of them, I think. The man's going for the golden boot. Richarlison or Antonio? Aston Villa at home. Aston Villa at home seems better on paper, but I think I'd go Antonio. He's just been so good. Yeah, I will have a look to see if there's any info. Likely Chelsea 11. What would I like to see? I won't read that out because it's just speculation from a Chelsea fan about what they would like to see, which is no problem with that. But I don't want to shock people into thinking X player is not going to start. I don't get any team news, no. No one sends me team news. There's only just over 15 minutes to go until the deadline. Make sure your benches are in order. I'm just actually double checking mine. So that's my team from last week. I don't know if anyone missed it, but I got Antonio. Just in case you missed it, there he is. 26 points. I thought I'd just show you that right now. No, I was just checking. I'm going to play Taylor over Saiss, and Saiss is probably going to score a goal, which would be an absolute nightmare. But it is what it is. I'm captaining Jesus instead of Fernandes. I don't know. Part of me wants to go... One of the reasons I like Fernandes this week is because he didn't do amazingly well in the last game. He will be captained less, and maybe that's the same reason I'm not captaining him now. But Jesus is playing Bournemouth, and I told myself I was going to captain a Man City player against Bournemouth and Norwich. Am I forcing myself to do it? Is Fernandes a better option? I don't know. Atin, thanks very much. Jesus and Ings for Calvert-Lewin and Vardy for a -8. Calvert-Lewin's fixtures are quite good to end the season, but he's been rubbish. It sets you up for the rest of the season. I don't know if it's worth a -8. Maybe just do one of them for a -4, perhaps. If you actually want to go for it, though, why not? Why not? Andrew, thanks very much. If Willian is benched, do I transfer him out for a hit to bring in Son or a third City mid, or just start Greenwood? I'd probably just start Greenwood, to be honest. De Bruyne, Foden in the team, 4 million in the bank. I don't know about taking a hit to take out Willian for Son. Son did play up front. If he plays up front again, it could be a big score against Newcastle, not keeping many clean sheets. Third City mid. Could go for Sterling. If you've got enough for Sterling, but I don't think you do. Look at trying to work out that money. So yeah, I probably would just play Greenwood and just hope he starts, to be honest. But that's just me. If you had Pulisic, would you captain in this game week? I would definitely consider captaining Pulisic. I don't know. There's something. I don't know. There's just something I don't like about having him. I don't know. He's been so consistent. He's just not scored big, which isn't necessarily a problem. And it is. What was I going to say? It is Norwich. Like, it is Norwich. I've just seen someone say that Loftus-Cheek starts, but I'm still waiting for better news. Nothing so far. And look, if there's team news, you'll hear about it like straight away. You don't need to ask, honestly. It'll be in the chat so quick. Make sure, by the way, if you haven't already, loads of you watching now, make sure to give it a like if you haven't already. Make sure to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when all the other live streams are going up, when all the videos are going live, and all that good stuff as well as normal. I'll say that, like, there's 14 minutes of deadline. I'll probably say that about another 11 times. If we can get to 1,000 likes before the deadline, that'd be amazing. So go and hit that like button. It takes 2 seconds. And I appreciate it. I'm very happy. Start Jimenez or Greenwood. Greenwood. Pickford or Pope. Free hit. Oh, Pickford. Pickford against Villa. Pope against Wolves. I mean, I'm thinking Wolves' attack is better than Everton just about. Probably go Pickford. Not sure. Pickford's making so many mistakes now. I feel like he'd just be a frustrating watch, but probably Pickford. Long time watcher now, years. You went from Mane to Sterling and Vardy to Ings, -4. Nice, good luck. Thiago is close to signing for Man United. Where has that come from? Okay, we're probably going to get the team news in just a second. I'm still waiting. You're going to hear about it in a second. Hang on, I should really... Hang on. Do you know, maybe I'll tweet. Maybe I'll tweet about something that no one cares about. Ings or Giroud on the free hit. Let's see if Giroud starts first. Ni hao. Let's see. Teams locked in. Pope, Saiss, Trent. Is this a free hit? Wan-Bissaka, Salah, De Bruyne, Pulisic, Bruno, Foden, Jesus, Ings. Yeah, no issues with that. It looks real good. Let's have a look. I mean, you know, this is going to be an anti-climax. It's going to be Giroud, Pulisic, Willian, Azpilicueta, Reece James. It's going to be such an anti-climax. I just don't think there's going to be that much rotation for Chelsea. They need to win, basically. Same as Man United. Let's have a look. Let me see. Where's that come from? Digne and Trent or Robbo and Trent? Probably just Robbo and Trent. Hang on a sec. Where are people seeing who's starting? Giroud in for Kane. Let's just wait a sec. Let's just wait for the team news. We're going to get it in a second. Stop panicking, people. Yeah, no, we're still waiting for it. Everyone's keeping an eye. We're going to see straight away. It's going to be Pulisic, Willian, Giroud, Reece James, and Thingy. Giroud starts. Is that right, though? Is that right? Where are you seeing that? I'm trying to see if it's anywhere. Oh. If Pulisic starting... Oh, here we go. Azpilicueta, Alonso. So Alonso's playing. If I was free hitting, Alonso would be straight into my team, honestly. Just go for it. It's on a free hit against Norwich. So it looks like Loftus-Cheek, Pulisic. So Loftus-Cheek's playing in the middle with Kovacic and Jorginho. So William might not be on penalties. Giroud, William, Pulisic. There you go. So it's only Alonso really. That's a weird one. Pookie is benched, but can't. Why is Pookie benched? I guess he's been rubbish. Yeah. Do I get Pulisic now? I knew this was going to happen. I knew he was going to start, and I knew I would be unsure about whether to bring him in. Like, if he scores a brace, the thing is, if he scores a brace, that would not be completely out of this world to happen. And I'll be sat there thinking, well, that was quite likely to happen, wasn't it? I should have just got him. But who do I get him in for? Do I get him in for Mahrez or do I get him in for Antonio? I can't cope with this. It should be Mahrez, really. What if Mahrez starts? What if Antonio doesn't start? Oh my god. How can I take out Antonio after he scored 4 goals? If Pulisic blanks, then it's a long wait till Friday to see what Antonio does. I'm kind of tempted just to stick. I don't know. The fact that Giroud is starting as well, kind of, I like that. If I was free hitting, I would go Pulisic, Alonso, Giroud. I would ignore Willian, and just go from there. But I knew Pulisic was going to start, and now I'm thinking, do I get him? Abraham's not playing. Reece James not playing. Every chance Chelsea get, they fluff it. I mean, playing Norwich is at home, especially, is much different to playing Sheffield United. Like, that's a very good Sheffield United team, you know. Grab, my missus question, triple captain Willian or Pulisic? I would triple captain Pulisic. If I get Pulisic, I'll have to captain him. Nah, not necessarily. Not necessarily. The only thing is, this is what I'm thinking, is I've got a free transfer to do it. There's not really anything I need to do next week either, by the way. And Antonio's got Watford at home. Has got Watford at home and Man United away, and Pulisic's got Norwich at home, who are awful, or have been awful, and Liverpool away, so it's not really that much worse. You know what I'm saying? You know what I is saying. I don't know. I'll still be having an iron over this for the next 8 minutes. -4 for Pulisic, in for Grealish. I'm going to do it. Go for it, Tim. Good luck. I wish you the best of luck. Let's see what people in the Patreon Slack are doing. Same question there. Should I captain Sterling or Pulisic? Everyone's knee-jerking. They don't know what to do. Had to take a -4 for Tammy to Giroud. Yeah, I mean, there's a good chance, I guess, that Tammy starts the next game, maybe. Just don't know, I suppose. I'm currently looking up stats from Gameweek 30 to 34 for Antonio versus Pulisic, because I don't want to include the Norwich game, because obviously Antonio absolutely smashed it that week, which is crazy. Loads of people. Oh, I'm so jealous of people free hitting now with Alonso in their team. Could bring back the glory days. It would be so good if Norwich win 1-0. Oh, I would laugh so much, even if I get him in. Every time Chelsea have won, their new 3 sponsored kit, one team has scored 3. Oh my god! Well, it ain't gonna be Norwich 3-0. Let's be honest. Let me look up Antonio. Where's Pulisic? Should I bring in David Silva, Foden, or Sterling? I'd probably go Sterling, personally. Oh, he looks so good. I don't know. I still feel like Antonio is such a good option. Oh, against Ben Foster. Simon. Mahrez and Calvert-Lewin to David Silva and Ings and triple captain Silva. Triple captain Silva. It's ballsy. Go for it if you want to go for it. Why not? Why not? Azpilicueta is a good free hitter too. Yeah, he is. But I think I know I would go Alonso. I know that I will go Alonso. That's just me, though. I could bench Pulisic against Liverpool. Playing Ketia. I could do it. I won't, but I could. I could, but I won't. Mahrez won't play, get Pulisic. Yeah, I could do that. I could take a risk that Mahrez isn't going to play and then switch him straight back for whichever Man City player I want. But what if he does play? Yeah, it's Bournemouth. He could just play 30 minutes and not get... I know. This is why... Do you know what? If I wasn't streaming, I probably wouldn't get him. I don't know what it is. I feel like I should get him. There's no point in asking me any questions now. I'll just be sat here for the next... You're going to basically watch me squirm for the next 6 minutes about whether I should get him. I have Antonio Mahrez to Pulisic is something I've considered a few times. Basically, if I'm getting Pulisic in, I'm 100% locking myself into a transfer back to a Man City mid next week, because Antonio will play Man United and Pulisic will play Liverpool, and it won't be ideal. So 100%, I'm switching back to a different midfielder. So I don't know. Just take out Bruno and Mahrez and Kane for a -8. Good luck. That is ballsy. -8 at this point in the season. Cray. William Jones, Pulisic, Bruno, Foden, De Bruyne, David Silva, captain. Come on, just pick one. You just got to pick one now. Go Pulisic. Why not? It's Norwich. I don't usually do the aggressive move, you know. I'd rather see Mahrez playing against Watford next week than Pulisic against Liverpool. You know? That's just me. If Pulisic blanks as well, that would be such a killer with Mahrez playing Bournemouth. Plus, there's a little part of me that's thinking, like, I keep it as it is, and then next week I bench Antonio and I do Nketiah to Chris Wood. What do you think about that? Sterling on Marshall captain. Quick. Sterling. Why not? Good luck with it. Good luck. How about Willian captain? If you want to, yeah. You know Pulisic will start. You don't know if Mahrez will start. I don't know if Mahrez will score huge points off the bench as well. But he could do. It's all what ifs at this point. What if Mahrez smashes it against Bournemouth? I don't want to do it. I can feel myself about to do it though. I don't know. There's like 4,000 people just watching me not make a decision right now. Use the force, feel, don't think. My gut tells me not to get him. If I had him, I'd captain him probably. If I wasn't making such a late decision, I probably would have captained him, but I'm probably still going to captain Jesus. I don't know, Chelsea though. Chelsea. I mean, he's been, to be fair, apart from Sheffield United, he's been so consistent. 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 assists, 1 goal, 1 goal. It's been impressive, like. So he has done really well. You've brought in Loftus-Cheek. Oh my days, what are you doing? Maybe you'll get it right. Maybe that'll be a good thing to do. I don't know. I'm not panicking. I'm kind of panicking. I'll regret it. I'll regret it if I do. I feel like I should do Mahrez to Pulisic, but I'll regret it if I do that. And so I feel like Antonio to Pulisic is better, but I don't know. I like Antonio. I feel like that wasn't just a Norwich blip. I feel like there's more points coming. You should defo hold form. But what if Pulisic scores a hat-trick tonight? If he scores a hat-trick, I'm laughing. That top 100k is on. Mahrez is still a bit of a differential. Giroud or Ings? Giroud for this week, Ings for the rest of the season. Boom. If you're not on free hit, I'll go Ings. If you are on free hit, I'll go Giroud. Job done. I'm not flustered. I'm feeling good. I'm calm. I'm nice and calm. There's 2 minutes to go. Still not got him in. Still not got Mahrez in. How many minutes has Mahrez played? Let me quickly look. 90, 74, 50. Only 58 and 32 before that. Oh, come on. Bournemouth will part the bus. This is Bournemouth we're talking about. I don't care they kept clean sheets. I got only conceded 1 goal in the last 2. This is Man City. It's totally different. Alonso captain. That is ballsy. Go for it. Go for it. Could I get Pulisic in? For Norwich at home. And then reverse the transfer straight away. I'm sticking. I'm going to bet that Mahrez or Antonio can outscore Pulisic against Norwich, which is going to be a killer. Like, I'm going to hate watching that game tonight because Pulisic is quite exciting to watch. But I think I'm going to stick. But then Mahrez, what if he doesn't start? Mahrez is the one I'm most afraid of not starting. Nah, I'm sticking. I'm going to stick. Decision made. Pulisic's not being there. Look, if it hurts me this week, hopefully I'll be better off next week by not doing it. where he plays Liverpool. So there we go. I'm locked in. If it's locked in, it's not locked in yet, but it will be in a second. Is this deadline? It's deadline. I don't have Pulisic. I've not made the transfer. That is my team. That is my team. I'm a little bit worried because Pulisic has done so well. He's only blanked once and against Sheffield United, of all teams. Let's just get the official news now. Hang on a second. Chelsea. Here's the lineup. Oh, Pulisic. No, he's not benched. As expected, Alonso, Azpilicueta, Kepa, Zuma, Rudiger. So they've benched Christensen, not surprising. Clean sheet incoming. Kovacic, Jorginho, Loftus-Cheek, Willian, Giroud, Pulisic. It's a nightmare. By the way, if you've enjoyed watching me squirm for the last 10 minutes, make sure you like the stream. We're so close to 1,000 likes. Go and hit that like button. It'd be much appreciated. Dermic up front, I think, yeah. Hernandez, Cantwell, Rupp, McLean, Tetty, Lewis, Chloe. Oh, this team's getting battered, isn't it? I didn't burn a transfer. No, I did Jimenez to Ings, and I didn't get Pulisic when he's playing Norwich. I had 2 free transfers, and I didn't take a punt on a Chelsea player against Norwich. Oh, I'm so bad. I'm so bad. I hope for some points off the bench tomorrow. I'm also going to be doing the Scoutcast match day tomorrow, so that is going to be a nightmare because I'm going to have... I've just realised I've got Jesus captain as well. So I've got Jesus captain and I've got 2 Man City players that might not even start. But look, that's the kind of manager I am. It is what it is. I'm locked in. Thanks very much for a great stream. Appreciate all of you tuning in. 4,000 of you watching at one point. That's absolutely insane. Thanks for all the super chats. I know it's like quick answers. I hope you do well off of it. And 1,100 likes. You absolute legends. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell. I will see you. Oh God, when am I seeing you again? Soon, I guess. I can't even tell you now. Hey, I need to take a screenshot a sec. You know, social media purposes, you know. Let me take a screenshot. When's the match is all the way till Friday. It's going to be Thursday, isn't it? I think the next stream will be Thursday. So I'll see you on Thursday. And yeah, see you then. Goodbye. Good luck this week. I need another good week. Come on, please give me 1 more green arrow. Well, not 1 more. Give me 3 more. But this week, I just hope it's a green arrow. Pulisic. I'm dreading to look. In fact, while we're still... Will Live FPL have... Will they have the top 10k ownership yet for this week, or is it too quick? It's probably too quick, isn't it? Let me see. Chelsea Pulisic 33%. Yeah, I don't think it's quite in yet, so we'll see. It's going to be horrible. Come on, Norwich, 1-0 win. I would absolutely love that. I'm sorry for anyone that's got it. But yeah, I'll catch you later on. I'm going to go for real. Thanks for tuning in. See you again on Thursday. I'll have obviously all the normal videos as well. So subscribe, hit that notification bell, hit that like button on your way out. Good luck this week. Enjoy the game tonight. Come on, Norwich. See ya.